Turns out you can't do just one Honda video. All right. 2016 Honda Accord. I did a video a month or so ago about how I changed out the alternator. The battery was swapped by Honda store and was still having voltage issues, and the voltage sensor needed replaced. I got that in, changed it, and the check charge system lights come on, but it's still at 14.4 going down the highway. 12.5, then up to 14.4, 12.5. I think the computer is just being kind of iffy. Anyway, she's had a vibration in this thing at idle, in gear with the AC on. Took it to the Honda store, and they came back with a $4,100 estimate saying that the front motor mount, the front of the engine motor mount, the lower side of the engine, and above the transmission mount was bad, and that her AC condenser had a hole in it and was leaking refrigerant. So let me get you out of the sun and show you what I'm talking about here. Anyway, they said there was a leak in the condenser, and zoom out. Oh, let's zoom in. Zoom out. All right. They said the condenser had a leak. $4,100. She called me. I said, no, your AC is still working. If there's a leak in the condenser, the AC wouldn't come on at all. So next time I ordered, and that was for AC condenser and the motor and 3 motor mount replacement. I got on looking at parts. I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motor mounts, the whole set for the constant velocity transmission vehicle, 1.4 liter, or what is this thing? 2.4 liter, 4-cylinder, and $88 on Amazon. Hooked my gauges to the air conditioning. Nice, easy to get 2 service ports. And it took 6 ounces of Freon to get the low side so it would not suck down below 28, and the high side on a 75-degree day was holding right at 200 psi. That's still a little bit low, but the compressor stayed on, and I'm not going to put any more in until it gets really, really hot out. The fans work fine. She says the air is too cold. She has turned the heat on when she's air compressor's on now. And it's been in the 80s the last few days. So that problem's solved. Motor mounts. Can you even see this one? Shadow's got it so you can't. So engine running, it would shake a little bit. The compressor kicks on, it would shake a whole bunch. And she said she was feeling it, and it just sounded like the whole car was going to fall apart. So looking online, Drive Accord and a couple other forums, there's a this mount here goes back in the back on the bottom of the engine in the back. And everyone says that one's bad. That's what causes vibration. That's what causes vibration. So I ordered all 5. Got her up here yesterday, and the Honda store had said this one right here, the front one, was torn and bad. That one needed replacing, and that one needed replacing. Okay. So I got up on, actually when she got here yesterday, I had her drive up on ramps. I crawled underneath, and this one down low looked perfect. I could use a pry bar. I could not make it move. This one was good. That's also a very hard one to get to. So this morning I got out here, and this one, thankfully, is just 17 millimeters. Boom, boom, boom. They were tight. My Milwaukee M18 had trouble breaking them loose. But when I got apart, yep, that one's bad. This is the old one. It was just flopping a little bit, and as I was checking on it, it just fell apart. So yes, that one was causing vibration. Then she started looking through. Can you even see that? Maybe not. This one The engine sits on this right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Very easy to do. 1, 2 bolts. There's another one on the back, and then there's 2 bolts against the engine, and then 1 bolt right here. 1 bolt going sideways right there. That one. So that one, this one, you can't even see it down there. You can. You got to pull these 2 huge nuts off, this bracket off, the 3 off of there, and there's 4 more bolts down underneath, and a vacuum hose. See the vacuum fitting right in the middle of that? This is a vacuum mount. Well, the vacuum nipple on this one is smaller than what was on there, and no one in town has the right size vacuum hose, so since that mount, I could not make it move any more in this one. Rubber-wise, I put it back on. And then underneath the air filter box is the transmission upper mount. This mount here is directly underneath the transmission. And that's the other one underneath the car yesterday. I couldn't make it move. So this one, I didn't do. This one, let me put the stand back up. See if you can hear this. Hear that? I can make it do a little bit of wobble. So that one wasn't always separated like the front one. Swap that out, and that was pretty easy. I pretty much unplugged the MAF, undid that screw, pull the top off, 2 10mm, pull the box out, had to undo the that bracket to get to the bottom bolts for this one and this one, or actually all 3 of them. Of course, I had a jack with a block of wood under the oil pan to hold the engine up while I did all this. It took me an hour and a half to remove and replace this one, remove, not replace, figure out it wouldn't work, put the original one back in, remove and replace this one. While I was talking, and that was included getting the jack stand, the Ford jack out, picking the car up. There's a cross member underneath this motor mount right here that also has a tow hook in it. So that's a good jack point to get up, get jack stands under the lift points under the pinch welds under the door. So that included picking the car up, putting it down again. Hour and a half. Not that big a deal. Now the car is, she says, smooth as silk. And looking through her records when she was writing down what I'd done, 30,000 miles. And 4 years ago, this one was replaced under powertrain warranty. So this is a replacement already. You heard it clicking. This one was not replaced. So if you got a 16 Accord and you got real bad AC on in drive at a stoplight vibrations, these ones are not that bad to get to. And I'm going to say it's the end ones because they're the ones that hadn't shown any kind of wear. So obviously bad. This is the 3rd one now for this one. So the 2 really basically the easiest ones to get to. Because, oh yes, this one down here, there's a little rubber hat that fits over this. And getting to the 3 bolts that go in the engine is very tough, and they were very, very tight. This is by far the easiest one to get to. This is the 2nd easiest one to get to. And they're the ones that are probably going to go bad. Anyway, who knows if there's going to be more Honda videos or not. But yes, $4,100, and we might have spent $100 in parts on all this stuff. Doing it yourself does help out. Teach a woman